I've made it. I have made it to the big leagues. You know, I first thought that I made it on YouTube when Asmongold reacted to me. I thought that was, the highlight of my life. Asmongold reacting to me and saying, "Hey, that was a good last stand." Every time I use last stand, I will remember the time when Asmongold said,
"Look at that damage.
Last stand used.
That was a good last stand."
"Oh, thank you for thinking it was a good last stand." But no. This is even bigger, potentially. Maybe. I don't know. Similar. You let me know. Warbro made a post saying, "Dwarf Lord doesn't know what he's talking about." Me? Dwarf Lord, the Lord of the Dwarves? Doesn't know what I'm talking about. Well, let's see what Warbro has to say. Let's hear him out. Maybe there's something to it. Now, before we read over this post, let's get a physical and formal introduction to Warbro. If you're going to talk shit about me, on a forum no less, I'm going to hunt you down. And that's what we did, Predator style. I was lurking in the woods and tracked this guy down. Alright, here he is. Let's get you, Warbro. Target locked. And charge. Let's have a conversation. Alright, time to die, Warbro. This is what you get for talking shit! He kind of died fast, didn't he? Oh my gosh. Alright, he resurrected and he immediately laid down. Look at that troll regen. Oh, I sap you. You're not getting away from me, buddy. We have a conversation that we need to have here. Don't be running. Don't be running. There's consequences for what you said on those forums, Warbro. I will shoot you. Let me shoot you. Let's take a screenshot together, buddy. Now that you've settled down. Okay. Kneel to me, Warbro. Yes, kneel to me. What are you going to do? Oh, he logged out. Dwarf Lord continually claims that upon reaching 60 as a fresh tune on Whitemane, you can just jump into raids, no pre-bis needed. And I continue to believe that is true. This is wrong for 3 reasons. Let's hear them, Warbro. Dwarf Lord himself has a lot of connections within the server's community on both Horde and Alliance side. As a fresh 60, he can draw upon these connections very easily to get into raids, even while undergeared. Well, guess what? I take people every week, and I know other people who take people every week to raids. GDKP and Soft Reserve have a low barrier to entry. You can just join them. You either buy the gear if you have the gold, or you Soft Reserve it, and you hope it drops, and maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Other raids, like a DKP raid, you have to earn your DKP, but regardless, there are plenty of raids. ZG, AK-20, Molten Core, they'll just take anybody. Literally anybody. Whenever Pass the Sauce promotes that they're doing a ZG or a Molten Core, they're like, LFM, as long as you can fog a mirror, you can come. There are so many raids that have an incredibly low barrier to entry that you can get in. They don't care what your budget is. They just want you to show up and press at least the correct buttons. We're going to go over Warbro's logs, and they're bad. I've never seen a log so bad. But don't worry, Warbro. While I am going to tear you apart, I'm going to build you back up after, because I'm the Dwarf Lord. This isn't just a shit post. You shit post me, I'm going to shit post you, but I'm also going to give you some tips. Maybe even take you under my wing. Dwarf Lord says that GDKPs can be used to gear up very quickly, but this is wrong for another reason, chiefly because if you're a fresh 60 who's new to era, you get classified as a buyer and thus aren't entitled to full cut to the pot. or of the pot. There are a select few raids that you do not want to attend because they have a bad reputation of saying, "Oh, you didn't do a good job. You didn't get to do a good job. You don't get anything, or you get a huge dock." There's a very small amount of those raids, and it's possible that you, as a new player, might think, this raid seems like a good raid. Dwarf Lord says, join a raid. I'm joining a raid. They seem like friendly people. There are certain ways that you can sort of gauge, is this a scam GDKP? Are they going to be docking me? Some of it's the vibe, some of it's what they're saying. You know, if they have a big host cut, some of them even advertise terrorist deductions. You know, if you mess up, say goodbye to your cut. But there's also a lot of just chill, friendly raids, soft reserve and GDKP, and other loot systems. I've been personally told this by many different people running GDKPs on Whitemane Era. It's almost always the same story. I'm undergeared, so I'm not entitled to a full cut. Weird. I take undergeared people to the raids that I run, and sometimes if they can't afford gear but they need it, we cut a deal. People, I buy the gear, they pay me back, or they just don't get a cut. Something. You know, it's up to you who you run with, man. And if you're not a fan of GDKP, I've literally made multiple videos promoting the soft reserve Discord where you can join countless soft reserves, and we'll talk about that more in this video. Doo-doo, reason number one. I said doo-doo, I meant doo-doo, not doo-doo like poop. Reason number one, listed above. Dwarf Lord can easily bypass this hard limit and get into GDKPs as a full raider, fully entitled to a cut. I get a full cut because I perform, I press my buttons. I also... I don't join scam GDKPs. Yeah. Because buyers aren't entitled to a full pot. They just don't make enough gold to even make gold from the GDKP. It's a vicious cycle. You don't make enough gold, you can't buy the loot. I can see why you're saying that, but some other people in the comments below are gonna, for me, don't listen, don't take my word for it. They're gonna say no, that's not true. And you're locked out of GDKPs because the only way to progress is by joining a progression guild, which requires pre-raid BIS, since most progression guilds are composed of fresh 60s trying to gear up. To a degree, yes. You have to put in some effort. It's a MMORPG. Don't you want to progress your character and get gear and all that stuff? And I love this statement, and we'll show what some people were reacting in Discord say. As Dwarf Lord fully supports GDKPs, he doesn't join progression guilds as he relies on GDKPs to be geared up. For this reason, I suggest you take everything Dwarf Lord says with a grain of salt. Now, I'm not going to read every single comment on the forum posts here. There's a lot of stuff. It would take forever to go over it. But overall, people ended up in a discussion about the pros and cons of GDKP, how to gear up on Era, what kind of raids you can do. And it wasn't like a ganging up against Warbro, but it was more like, hey, I play like this. I like to play like this. You might not agree with this. You could do this other way. You could do this. You could do this. And it was more like an educational discussion. Some people, were making fun of his logs a little bit. We'll go over that personally. I'll go over his logs. Other people were just saying, hey, I don't agree with everything that Dwarf Lord says, but, I like some of the stuff he says. And other people were saying that Dwarf Lord's an elitist. While I might play with really good people and also like medium tier, just solid dad guild players, And new progression guilds, I play with everyone, so I wouldn't necessarily call myself an elitist. I can be elitist at times, but I play with people who I'm just trying to stay afloat with. Then I play with people who are more at equal. Then I play with people who I'm just more experienced, simply. But never think like I'm better than anyone. So let's see what people said in Discord about me. Jarmility, one of the creators of the Soft Reserve Discord, says, that dude is high AF. I take fresh green geared 60s to my 2x MC or 2x SR MC every week, and I've taken even people level 56, not even know who the F they are. Then he says, this one got me good. As Dwarf Lord fully supports GDKPs, he doesn't join progression guilds. And I say, I do not join progression guilds. The Discord, by the way, this is Impervious. This was and still technically is a progression guild. We've killed Kel'Thuzad several times, but when I joined this guild, they were struggling in Blackwing Lair. And I helped raid lead, I helped organize, I spent hours upon hours upon hours analyzing the logs and helping these players improve. And we've gone from, a pug that people were like, ugh, I'm not joining Impervious, to now the signups are like, let me in, let me in. Now people want to raid with us. And here's a comment directly from the Soft Reserve. New player-friendly raids. No gear or raiding experience ever required. We love gearing up new 60s and introducing players. So, I don't know what you're talking about, Warbro. There's countless raids you can join, man, that literally will take you. So I have to stick to my guns here and say, yeah, man, what I said, I stick by it. You can jump into raids as a new character. This is Impervious. Let's see what Phase 7 said about you. Bro is a line cook wanting to make a CEO salary. That guy unironically casted 150 slams. Let's take a look at Warbro's logs, shall we? All right, so this here is the damage meter for Molten Core overall, where we're going to find Warbro. He's somewhere here. Let's scroll down. Might have to scroll down a little bit further, unfortunately, here. Oh, a little bit more. There he is. We found him. There's poor old Warbro. I have an itchy back, sorry. So this lovely fellow Warbro, I'm shedding a tear here. You cast 150 slams. This is an ability that you really should not be using, my dude. 14 bloodthirsts. It's just I'm happy to help you, man. I'm happy to help you, in spite of the fact that you made a forum post talking shit about me. For real, though. If you want, I will help you. I will help you. Because that's what I do. Number one tip. First global is you want to press Sunder. You have 2 effective Sunders here. 2 effective Sunders. That means that you cast Sunder on a target that has 4 or less Sunders, and 2 of them were effective. And we can just remove the filter here. We'll see how many Sunders you cast. You cast 4. You got to do more Sunders. And don't get me wrong, Vatu, Hulk, and these people have to do a little bit better too. But anyways, more Sunders. Better gear is going to help, but when you have crap gear, just help Sunder, man. And maybe I can help you get some gear. Let's take a quick look at what Warbro's using. So Devil Sword gear, big ram, boots are good, rings are good, trinkets are okay. I do want to say get your diamond flask, and you could sell your diamond flask hand in, contact a guild, and you can get 1,000 gold for that. The rest of the gear is not bad gear. Honestly, that gear, if I had a warrior like that, you do need some weapons. So I hope next Alterac Valley weekend, you kind of missed the boat on that 2 weeks ago. You could have gotten a good 2 weapons from Alterac Valley there, but you could still save up gold. You can get a Kroll blade. You can do Ubers for the weapons. You could even just, I'm serious, there's so many ZGs you could go to. There's all these geared tier 3 players that want to just run a ZG. They need a couple warm bodies. They want to get the idol. They want to get, the mount. But there's so much stuff, man, that you can pick up for like free or min bid if it's SR or GDKP. And that's my recommendation. I would try to get like a bit of a better weapon, and then also because you're troll, you want weapon skill, and so there's the dagger belt. You could be a dagger warrior. Eventually in Molten Core, there's dagger gloves. There are different options that you can pick up. And slowly but surely, ZG gear, a couple Molten Core pieces, boom, you're going to be ready for Blackwing Layer. You do some Blackwing Layers, then it's into AQ40s. There's so many resources online. Look up your rotation, just Sunder, work on your hit cap, get some consumes, professions. If you're herbalism and mining, you can earn a lot of gold, and then later on you could drop the mining and go engineering. Those are my recommendations. I'm serious. I'm happy to help you. I will run raids with you. Just hit me up. Cheers, Warbro. If you enjoyed the video, drop me a sub and a comment. Catch me live on my Twitch channel, Dwarflord TV, to connect with me or say hi to me in game on any of my characters. Dwarflord out.